Hello, I'm Robert Kraft, and welcome to Gillette Stadium, where we're proud to host today's games. I want to congratulate the competitors in the Division III MIAA football championship game between Mansfield and North Attleboro. Good luck to both teams. Play hard, have fun, and enjoy this special day. We're honored to have you.
Seven down, one to go here at Gillette Stadium, the Division III state championship game between number 4 seed North Attleboro. The Red Rocketeers take on the 3 seed, the Mansfield Hornets. Both schools appear in their 12th state championship. 12 title games, tied for 8th most all-time in Massachusetts high school football history. North Attleboro in the white and red kicks left to right to Mansfield in the home green jerseys. Kickoff out of bounds, and there's a penalty flag. We'll see Mansfield on offense to start tonight's game.
Good to know with the flags. We picked up right where we left off after game 2.
Andy Gresh, Brendan Glasheen, great to have you with us.
On a cold night.
Procedure on the white, kick out of bounds. We're going to the 35-yard line.
Live on WSBK TV 38, also streaming live on Patriots YouTube and Patriots.com. The 17th year the Kraft family, the New England Patriots, and Gillette Stadium host the MIAA state championships. Mansfield on offense averages 29 points per game. The junior quarterback Tommy Vallette is the first-year starter for the Hornets. Handoff to the running back Sean McCoy, spin move, and the cycle gets him 4. 1,000-yard rushing season for McCoy, the 6-footer.
Yeah, and McCoy had 2 touchdowns, or he scored 2 in the first half of that Thanksgiving Day game against Foxborough. It's interesting, we just saw Foxborough lose to Shawsheen, yet Foxborough played both Mansfield and North Attleboro along the way during the season.
And the win over Foxborough was head coach Mike Redding's 300th career win. It also clinched the Hockomock to Davenport title. Inside give to McCoy. North Attleboro gang tackles him for a loss. 3rd and long upcoming for the Hornets of Mansfield.
Yeah, the junior number 7, Francis Strachan, is the one. You see him right there, number 7. All he does is just come up the field, and the running back McCoy just runs right into him. Nice job by Strachan of making sure to slow that play down, but not allow the running back the ability to slide by him.
Now these two schools, North Attleboro and Mansfield, played each other back in October. North Attleboro won 14-10 in a dogfight. But low scoring, defensive focused. 3rd down and 9, Tommy Vallette has an empty backfield. Trips to the right. Vallette, QB keeper. Just a gain of a few, and North Attleboro is going to start its night with a 3-and-out defensively.
And it's a turnover, so I think North Attleboro ended up falling on this ball, Brendan. It happened away from us, from our broadcast location, but this ball comes out on Tommy Vallette. Yeah, it's number 66. That is Patrick Hamilton. Gets the big paw in there. Watch him get that arm in there, pop that ball right out. You know, we talked so much in the last game because of the close score about ball security, making sure to take care of it. That's one where it's the right punch out at the right time. Nice job by 66 Patrick Hamilton.
He has a Red Rocketeers high 6 sacks this season. Comes up with the forced fumble. Chase Frioli is the quarterback. Frizzoli, I beg your pardon. 954 passing yards this year. Starting field position, the 38. They'll run the ball to start the night. And Versoli is right near the marker. QB keeper, senior quarterback at 6'2", 205, Chase Frizzoli. Here's North Attleboro's run so far through the state tournament. Upset #1 seed Reading Memorial in a blowout fashion, 42-20 in the state semis. Beat West Springfield along the way, as well as Woburn Memorial.
7-7-20 in terms of the defensive points given up during the state tournament. You will sign up for that all day long.
For the season, North Attleboro allows just 9.8 points per game. Frizzoli in the gun. Connor Casey, the 6'2 receiver, in motion. Frizzoli scans the field, and he leans into a first down for North Attleboro, the 4 seed in Division III.
And if you're Big Red head coach Mike Strachan, you're feeling pretty good about the start that your team has gotten off to. Moving the ball here offensively, got the turnover early on. You knew that the crowds were going to show up for both of these schools. And North Attleboro side just waiting to get loud.
Mike Strachan, 3rd season as head coach, 23-11. It's a rematch from earlier in the year. They met October 25th, and Coach Strachan said it seems like ages ago. I think both teams have gotten better as the season and the playoffs have progressed. Fresh set of downs from the 27. Frizzoli hands off the rock to Ryan Bannon, their lead running back. Short gain for the 6'3", 225-pound running back.
Yeah, you end up really noticing the size of North Attleboro. They got big backs. They've also got some big linemen as well. Nowhere really to go on that play. Nice job by number 56, Curtis Riley. One of those defensive linemen in there for Mansfield doing the job. There's Ryan Bannon right there, one of the captains, 112 rushing yards, 112 rushes, 796 on the yards, and 10 touchdowns for the Red Rocketeers.
He signed his national letter of intent with Georgetown on Wednesday. He'll play linebacker for the Hoyas. 2nd down and 9. Frizzoli takes a peek, starts his engage down at the 20 for a gain of 4 or 5 yards. They'll give him 5.
Yeah, there's exactly what Frizzoli is looking at. Pull the guard on the backside, let the quarterback run right up his rear end to try to get those yards. Got it to 3rd and medium.
This is North Attleboro's first trip to Gillette since 2021. They fell to Marblehead in the D3 state championship, 35-28. Chase Frizzoli started at quarterback as a freshman in that game. Now he's a senior at Gillette. 3rd and 5. Close to the first down. And Brady Paredes, the RB2, is marked just short.
Well, and the other thing you'll notice is the number 7, Francis Strachan, the 250-pounder, is back there as kind of a fullback and maybe sort of an extra, almost offensive lineman type. Would love to have seen him do a better job of kind of plowing the road for the running back there, but you're down to 4th and 1.
Offense on the field. Number 5 in white, Chase Frizzoli under center. Inside give, Bannon spin move, looking for more, takes the Hornets with them to the 5. 1st and goal, North Attleboro.
Yeah, Bannon is 6'3", 225, and every bit of it needed to be able to get the extra yards there on the end, but a really good spin move for a guy that size.
You said this to me earlier, some guys use the spin, then forget to keep moving forward.
They spin and then they stop moving their feet. That one was a great spin, but also kept himself moving forward.
12-yard gain.
You do pay attention.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's all added up over time, over 6 years doing this together.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably know the standard lines there as we get a tight end switch.
Frizzoli getting to the outside. Frizzoli is in. Touchdown, North Attleboro. takeaway results in a score.
And that didn't take long to get down the field and score. Chase Frazzoli in total control. Good blocking up front by the Big Red. Watch number 7. Just knock a Mansfield defender right down, and then Frazzoli to the outside does a good job of turning near the goal line. Why do you turn near the goal line? So the last part of you ends up touching down. You try to touch down in the end zone to get that ball across. Exactly what Chase Frazzoli did there.
Austin Clement on for the extra point. And it's no good. It was short. 7 plays, 38 yards. Frazzoli touchdown.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that had gotten like tipped or blocked in some way, shape, or form, or it did. Oh, you know what it was? The holder never put the ball down. So you had the tee. If we watch that again, you could see that the holder there looks like it was number 33, Brady Paradis, right? Watch how, look, it never touches the tee. Just did there. So the tee got caught in the kick. Great look by our crew. That ball never got sat down. That's why the reaction from the kicker that we saw.
6-0 lead for North Attleboro. Led by Mike Strachan, 3rd season as head coach overall in his MIAA career, 68-59. And having played Mansfield before and being victorious gives his team extra confidence here at Gillette. On the return, McCoy bottled up at the 20.
Mansfield's going to have to step it up here a little bit to deal with this North Attleboro physicality, because right now the Big Red are flying around in this first quarter.
And their crowd engaged, and meanwhile silence from the Mansfield faithful off to the left. Again, both schools appearing in their 12th state championship game. Mansfield is 8-3 in state championship games. North Attleboro 7-4. So a chance for the Red Rocketeers to match them in titles.
Nice job of getting to the edge there on that run. It was a good gain on first down.
Bordieri with the rush there, one of their running backs at 6'2". Here's the road for Mansfield. Defeated Walpole in the state semis. 10-seed Walpole, 42-28. Just got by Dartmouth, and then Doherty Memorial in the round of 16 on Thanksgiving Day, as Gresh mentioned, a win over Foxborough for Mike Redding's 300th career win that also clinched the Hockomock Davenport title. On the ground, it's McCoy. Zips for a first.
Right up the middle here, short motion, inside handoff. Nice job up front. Easy running lane to get into, and then to be able to get that gain up there for a first down. I mentioned that Mansfield's going to have to match the intensity and the physicality of North Attleboro. And they're off to a good start on this drive.
Sean McCoy does it all. Leading rusher, second leading receiver. He began focusing on offense midway through the season. A bobbled snap, and I think North Attleboro has its second takeaway of the night. Oh no, the quarterback though, Valette, just got on it. So it's still Mansfield possession.
Yeah, that was a big scrum for the ball. Let's see how this all went down. Quarterback was still barking out signals, and then that ball almost got away from him. Nice job by Tommy Valette to plop on the pill. Boy, that could have been disastrous. Once that ball went through Valette's legs, you're thinking, uh-oh. And a good job to hop on that thing. Only a 6-yard loss compared to what could have been a short field turnover down 6-0.
Well, both of these schools are only 10 miles from Gillette. It's a neutral field, but that sideline and that fan base of North Attleboro making a lot of noise. Hard for Valette to hear the signals. Second down at 16 from the 26. He's back to throw. Has a block. Valette throws into traffic. It's complete. Nice ball by Valette to Andrew DeGirolamo.
And I thought number 33, Brady Paradis of North Attleboro, Attleboro was going to intercept this thing. Look at this ball. Oh, he was right there. And I think it might have gone through 33 and White's hands, maybe. Let's see. He was a little further away than I thought he was, but talk about getting that into a tight window there for Tommy Villette. That's a pretty good throw.
DeGirolamo, 48th catch of the season. 43% of Tommy Villette's completions are to number 15. 6'4", he gets the thumbs up from the official. Top of the screen, 3rd and 5 for the Hornets of Mansfield. Villette inside give. McCoy just enough to squeeze by for a first. He looks right at those chains. They're moving.
Yeah, and those inside handoffs with the, little bit of motion is working pretty well and early here for Mansfield. They've been able to really press the edges instead of running up the middle where North Attleboro has some significant size in the middle of that defensive line. Press the edges a little bit. Force those defensive ends to have to stand tall in terms of holding the edge.
Villette in the gun. Flexed out to the right now in motion. Sean McCoy on the hip of Villette. From the 42, Villette, plenty of time. Heaves, caught! DeGirolamo, first down into North Attleboro territory. And now the Mansfield fan base erupts.
Well, the one thing you'll notice is a lot of time for Tommy Villette here in the pocket. See how clean that pocket is to where DeGirolamo can run himself open. There have been a lot of times over the past 2 days where quarterbacks haven't had that kind of time to operate. Give them some time, these receivers will get open.
36-yard connection to the North Attleboro 23. McCoy and DeGirolamo lined up to the right. Villette hands off. And Donovan Minton is hit hard at the line. There is Mike Redding, 37th season, 300 wins. Now his squad lost to North Attleboro back on October 25th. He said, hopefully we prepare better the second time around. He did make note that the Red Rocketeers took advantage of a Mansfield turnover with a touchdown late in the game, while the Hornets had to settle for a field goal after a takeaway. So it just came down to a few plays when these two schools get together, and here we are in the Super Bowl.
And there you go. The Super Bowls, as we've seen, down to a couple of plays. Got a false start, it looks like, on Mansfield.
We have a false start on the offense. Repeat second down.
Didn't see much other than a little movement maybe from number 10 with his hand down, but nevertheless it's 5 for Mansfield, and they're backed up here, 2nd and 15.
And Coach Redding might opt to take 2nd down and 15 into the second quarter.
Yeah, and he does.
He'll call over his huddle, and that's the final play of the opening quarter of the Division III state championship game. North Attleboro with a 6-0 lead. They took away the first possession and turned it into points. We'll be right back to Gillette Stadium.
At Mass General Brigham, the people we care for are at the center of everything we do. For those with cancer, we are with them for every twist and turn, connecting cancer specialists and other experts from across our health system. New collaborations, new treatments, leading to new hope and possibilities. We're one against cancer. There's only one Mass General Brigham.
What is insurance?
Sure.
Insurance transfers certain risks between parties.
Without insurance, the economy would really stop.
In simple terms, insurance is like community.
It's protecting every last asset that somebody has built over a lifetime.
You're in it together. You feel supported.
From the beginning to the end.
What insurance is just taking care of people. It's definitely a way of life.
Good business. 2 words that don't always go together, except at one place where they've lived in harmony for over a century, Bentley University. Here, we believe good business is making a profit and having a purpose. It's using artificial intelligence with human intelligence. It's being a force in the classroom and a force in the world. And it's building generational wealth and making an impact for generations to come. Bentley University. It's just good business.
Discover your future at Westfield State University. Explore more than 100 academic programs and over 70 clubs and organizations. Experience a vibrant, safe, and supportive campus community. Excel in the classroom, on the field, and in your future career, all at an affordable price. Make the wise choice. Become a Westfield State Owl.
This MIAA High School Championship game is brought to you by Cross Insurance. Insurance is taking care of people, protecting every last asset that someone has built over a lifetime. Insurance is our way of life since 1954. Learn more at crossagency.com. And by Dean College. Discover the Dean difference. Visit dean.edu for more information.
1 quarter in the books of this Division III state championship game. High school football, North Attleboro is 6-0 lead on Mansfield. These schools very familiar with each other. They compete in the same division. Villette fires on 2nd and 14. DeGirolamo is target, but incomplete.
Brendan, there's got to be something to, at least today anyway, throwing the ball in the cold, because in the game we just had, there were a lot of balls that came up short, and Tommy Villette, this one just like it wasn't as high as it could have been better in terms of on the mark. But I just wonder if, unless you're a real elite level thrower, throwing in this kind of cold, especially we're now at night, I mean, we're dying up here. Imagine what it's like trying to throw that, football 20 yards on a line. It isn't easy, even for the best of the best.
He put some mustard on a 36-yard completion in the first. He'll need it here on 3rd and 15, rolling out to his right. Villette fires, and to your point, right, well short.
Yeah. Receiver wasn't really open anyway, so you could argue that that was just a grounded incompletion and try to live another day. But boy, you'd have loved to have gotten 7 or 8 yards there to at least cut it down. And there's Tommy Villette, 59% completion percentage on just under 1,600 yards and 14 touchdowns on the year.
First-year starting quarterback under Mike Redding. Offense will stay out there. I wondered, maybe do you try to punt and pin him in deep? I know you're at 29-yard line.
Yeah, that's the thing. The ball being spotted on the 28 pretty much takes that out of play.
And this works as a punt if they don't get it.
And as long as it doesn't go back the other way, even if you throw an interception and it's in front of the goal line, it doesn't kill you.
Villette looks downfield, steps into a throw. End zone incomplete.
Well, the wide receiver fell down on the outside.
DeGirolamo.
Yeah, tried to get it to DeGirolamo, and he wiped out. Now you got one side that was screaming, hey, there's pass interference, and you have the other side in North Attleboro who was, trying to let the defenders know that the ball was on the way. So here's what Villette's looking at. Tons of time in the pocket to operate. He even hitches. And you can see no one around because the wide receiver kind of wiped out.
North Attleboro's scoring defense, very impressive this season. 9.8 points allowed, including their quarterback, Chase Frazzoli. They have 4 players with at least 500 rushing yards. Frazzoli, a 5-yard score, is the difference right now. Second quarter just underway. North Attleboro ball at their own 28.
Nah, Frazzoli under center for this one.
He tosses the pill out to Ryan Bannon. A gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, and I think North Attleboro kind of feeling it a little bit here and wanting to run the ball. Watch number 7, just wipes out another Mansfield defender and then gets up and kind of yells at the sideline.
Just a gain of 2 for Bannon, the RB1. Heading to Georgetown next year to play linebacker. Mike Strachan, the head coach of North Attleboro in year 3. The Red Rocketeers at 10-2. First trip to Gillette for the Red Rocketeers since 2021. They lost to Marblehead in the Division III state title game.
Beef in the backfield. Expect a run.
Close to first down yardage. Not quite there for Frizzoli.
Well, I didn't know if that was going to be the old inside handoff to Ryan Bannon and let 6'3", 225 run behind the big guys, but instead it's really a quarterback power, except you're putting some large people in the backfield to try to give the quarterback an escort around the edge.
So it's 3rd and 3 for North Attleboro. Red Rocketeers have lost their last 2 trips to the state championship game. 2021, Marblehead as referenced. 2017 to St. John's, seeking their first championship since 2002 when they beat Swampscott 44-40. 3rd and short. Bannon on the right hip of Frizzoli. There's movement.
Oh no! One of the bigs in the backfield jumped off sides. Reed Clement.
We have procedure on the white, still 3rd down.
Procedure.
I thought it was a false start, but I guess because in the backfield he moved, it was procedure. Illegal procedure. Even with a big, it's illegal procedure. He's like, oh man, because when you do it on the line, you might be able to hide a little bit. But when you're the large-o in the backfield and you jump, I mean, you guys throw the hand in the air like the, hey, my foul.
You go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Frizzoli to the air. Single coverage downfield. Bryce Kaiser, the intended target, but knocked down by Mansfield.
It looked like Kaiser had a step there, and it was up to Frizzoli to kind of throw it out and let him run underneath of it. I mean,
Get set, stay set now, White. Get set and stay set. 2, 5.
I think the official may have left his microphone on.
20, snapping the ball.
All right, we're getting ref play-by-play here.
Punting unit out there for North Attleboro.
Hope he doesn't say a naughty word.
Connor Casey catches the high snap, leans into this kick, end over end, and bounces favorably for North Attleboro to the 35. That's a break for Mansfield. 3rd and 3 turned into 3rd and 8. Take your shot.
Yep.
And they make the play defensively.
Not totally agree. I think North Attleboro kind of had it rolling, and as we've seen over some of these games over the last 2 days, it's the 3rd down penalty, the 3rd down mistake, the 3rd down turnover. You get to a 3rd down to where it's 3rd short manageable. You get somebody that jumps off sides, and it just forces your play calling to change, stretches your offensive line out even a little bit more. Those are just critical mistakes when you get them on 3rd down.
Mansfield's bread and butter is getting it out to McCoy in the running game and the pass game. In this case, they hand the rock to Donovan Minton. Mansfield at 9-3, the 3 seed in Division III. Their final 2 losses came by a combined 7 points.
Minton here with just nowhere to go. Nice job once again for North Attleboro by 66 Patrick Hamilton, 6'2", 260-pounder. He's going to be flopping to the other side of the defensive line. He's shown up on this side of the ball early on here in this game.
Senior captain, 1 of 5 for the Red Rocketeers, 6 sacks on the season for Hamilton. No gain on that play from Minton. 2nd and 10 for Mansfield at their own 36. Under 9 minutes to go in the first half of the Division III state championship game. Play action. McCoy, the man that's faked. Villette with time to throw. He settles in the pocket and delivers. DeGirolamo makes the catch at midfield for a first down, Hornets.
You know, in the prior game, I mentioned how the wide receivers didn't come back to the quarterback. Tommy Villette's got so much time in the pocket that 15 can start to work back towards him a little bit. But it all starts with the protection. And so far, Tommy Villette for Mansfield has had just loads of time to stand there and operate in the pocket uninterrupted.
14-yard connection to Girolamo, coming up on 50 catches for the season. He has 9 touchdown receptions this year, tied for 3rd most in Division III. Mansfield looking to tie the score. Two wide, left side, 2 to the right. McCoy in motion. Fake hand again. Villette. Not as much time here. Fires on the run. It's nearly intercepted. They got paws on the football. Francis Strachan. Wishes he had another crack at that.
Yeah, the big boy, Strachan, just kind of following Tommy Villette. Now, he missed 15, DeGirolamo, who was wide open again, and number 7 almost makes that catch. We got a penalty here.
Holding, Mansfield, repeat set, first down.
One of the other officials, I think, had to remind him, turn your mic off. You hear him mutter, turn it off. I mean, that was a real reaction right there. It wasn't like, shut up, Pete. I know what to do. It was like, turning it off. Here's what it looked like on the last play. Look at Villette. So much time to operate in the pocket. And then there's your penalty right there, trying to block Patrick Hamilton.
I want to let everybody know, including the referee brotherhood that might be watching, this is all in good fun. It's the 8th game of the week, 6th game in the last 2 days.
If they're not sitting at home laughing, then they're doing it wrong.
I agree. Just want to make sure that's out there.
Yeah. I'll deal with the smoke. Don't worry.
Well,
I'm used to it.
You're always there for me.
Exactly. There you go. I'm your shield.
McCoy needs a shield. Runs into North Attleboro.
Strachan. Number 7 just laying the shoulder in there on the tackle. And Sean McCoy gets right up. But look at big number 7 in white. Here comes Thunk. Just a big stick from Strachan there. Number 7's a big boy, but he's been really active today. Almost had that interception. Had a pancake block around the goal line. And now knocking out running backs with his shoulder.
I've been told by our crew as well, several folks working these state championships also had to work Sunday's Patriots-Colts game. So it's been quite the week.
Oh, the referees? Or?
No, our crew.
Oh, okay. Our crew's done a great job.
Fantastic.
It's, you know, we got a ref who's leaving it on or whatever. Yeah, you're reading a phone book down there. Well, you know, we had some fun at KP's expense with the pickle jar. We're in a pickle jar update in the second half.
That's a big market tease by Andy Gresh. Here's our day today at MIAA action. West Boylston defeats the 1-seed Randolph in Division 8. Three-peat for the West Boylston Lions, and they look like the Lions we saw last night in the NFL. Shaw Sheen wins its first championship since 2010. 14-0 shutout over Foxborough. And North Attleboro with a 6-0 lead on Mansfield here in the D3 state title game.
Yeah, today from an offensive end, it hasn't exactly been the most explosive day of high school state championship games, but every one of these games were good in their own right. It just didn't have, you know, 35-31 like we've seen at times here in the past.
But a trend over the last 2 days, some big scoring runs. like West Boylston didn't score in the second half today and still won the game.
Right, and then boom, boom, there we go.
Play action again, Villette. Backpedaling, fires into traffic, incomplete. 2 defensive backs in the vicinity.
And Villette, look at all this time in the pocket to be able to throw the ball. I know the Mansfield sideline wanted some pass interference because of early contact. There was a tiny bit, but I still think DeGirolamo could have caught that ball.
And that's Bryce Kaiser, who's also the leading receiver for North Attleboro. 4th and 17. 3rd and 17 at the 43. 5+ minutes into quarter number 2. Well, for a first-year starting quarterback, junior Tommy Villette
looks poised.
Poised with time to throw. Well, he can sling it.
That's the thing, time to throw.
And Mike Redding has the confidence in him. 4 wide set. Villette almost dumped it off. He is brought down. The Red Rocketeers are all juiced up.
78 Reed Clement, one of the defenders there on the spot. And 3rd and 16, you bring in a little blitz, but you're also telling those defensive linemen, just go get the quarterback. That's one where you could pin your ears back on 3rd and 16 and get after it, just like the kids for North Attleboro getting after it in the stands.
It's a loss of 5 yards, 4th and 21.
That's the first time that North Attleboro's had I think, a real hot pass rush on Tommy Villette, forcing him to have to react in the pocket. Otherwise, he's been back there like a statue.
Punting unit on for the Hornets. Villette is also the punter. Good boot. Fair catch called for at the 24 by North Attleboro. Bryce Kaiser, who we will see on offense.
Well, let's see if North Attleboro's got another layer offensively to kind of go to here. Only 6-0 in this one. And of course, we've had some interesting field position going each way, but the size of North Attleboro is evident. And I wonder if this is just one of those drives where let's go with beef, let's put our big people in, let's really lean on this Mansfield group and see if they really want to deal with the size and the run game that we bring.
Yeah, the senior quarterback for Zoli, 6'2", 205. Ryan Bannon, 44, 6'3", 225, going to play college ball at Georgetown to play linebacker. Frazzoli,
option.
Does flip it to Bannon for a gain of 3. Mansfield sideline is livid.
Yeah, the one coach down there has been just wearing that official out, not only on the pass interference, but saying that that was a forward lateral there. I gotta say, it was close. So you're figuring right down the line, creeps in front of the 20. Boy, that's about as close as you can get. And watch that coach react. Right. You're giving that ref an earful. Come on.
One of those.
Right. Like the ref's going to say, oh, you know what, I will come on, and I'll just switch that for you.
2nd and 7. Chase Frazzoli was at Gillette in 2021, starting as a freshman. There he goes. First down and more. Chase Frazzoli. From the 28 to the 48. A gain of 20.
And he had a defender on the backside trying to hawk him down, but front side, the O-line did such a good job, was able to continue to run away from the chase of Ramari Fernandez, number 55. And Frazzoli gets his team almost at midfield, but a good run there with all that beef in the backfield. I thought maybe you're going to take a shot. Nope, let's just run it with Frazzoli and keep it moving.
There's another dual threat quarterback we've seen here at Gillette this week. About 1,000 yards through the year, approaching 700 yards on the ground. He does have 10 rushing scores. Handoff to Bannon. ground and pound method here for North Attleboro.
Methodical. North Attleboro, they're taking their time. They're not panicking, no rushing. They're not, hustling up to the line of scrimmage to try to trick anybody. They're just lining up, being physical, and taking their 3 and 4 yards or more.
Playing with a 6-0 lead, under 4 minutes to go in the second. Still 3 timeouts, 2 for Mansfield on 2nd and 7. Bannon through the middle. Tripped up. 3 yards short of a first down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, right? 3rd and 3, make it manageable, still on the drive, leaning on this Mansfield defense slowly but surely. Here it is over the left-hand side. Of course, you got big number 7 in there. Strachan, who's knocking people around. Connor Casey's another guy in there, number 9. That's another bigger body in there helping along the line at 6'2", 225.
What nipped him in the bud last time was an offensive lineman offsides, which led to 3rd and 8. On the same page here, and Bannon gets there, shoots out it like a cannon to the 43 of Mansfield.
Yeah, it was Connor McPherson, Reed Clement who had jumped the first time. This time, 78 is out there moving people out of the hole. Just doing a nice job of just grinding people out of there, just moving them out of the way for this North Attleboro run game.
Ball spotted at the 37. Gain of 10 yards for Ryan Bannon.
Flop to tight end. Here comes a run to the left. No,
play action. Whistles the ball down the right side. Kaiser's got it at the 5. 1st and goal, North Attleboro.
I didn't see the complete route there. However, we also have a flag down. There's a flag down right behind the official where Kaiser went out of bounds. Are they going to get Kaiser for a celebration penalty? Because I don't think there was any issue with pass interference or anything like that, unless there was a hold before the catch.
We have an unsportsmanlike foul on the white. Spinning the ball after the play. So we're going to be 1st down.
So it's the spin of the ball after the catch. So Bryce Kaiser makes the catch.
Can I use the line of the Mansfield coach? Come on.
Please. And again, I get it.
State championship, you're at Gillette. But he wasn't taunting a Mansfield player. I mean, they're sidelining cheerleaders and everybody's over there, I guess.
I get the essence of needing it, but, man, you just negate such a great play.
So instead of 1st and 10 inside the 10, they're at the 30, they are at the 19, 20-yard line, so a loss of 15 yards, 15-yard unsportsmanlike. Run the ball up the middle. Green and red meeting of the minds. A short loss or right back to the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say, the only good thing for North Attleboro is that it was an after-the-play foul. So wherever you did get penalized to, you still set yourself up in 1st and 10 and have your normal set of downs. It's not like you're at 1st and 25.
At the same time, though, there's only 90 seconds left in the half, so you have more yardage to pick up. You still have your timeouts, but you'd much rather be at the 5.
Well, I also think, too, if you're, in theory, if you're North Attleboro, you'd love to be able to just run this thing down, thinking that maybe Mansfield isn't going to bang a timeout on it.
Power set, Bannon waltzes back, he takes the rock, Bannon carrying himself close to the 10.
Wow. Got that thing down to the 10-yard line, just never gave up on the play, did Ryan Bannon. And we've noted the size at 6'3", 225. But this is just pure will right here. You think he stopped? No, he isn't. he's still able to reach out and get 2 or 3 more yards.
Charge timeout to Mansfield.
First timeout, North Attleboro. National Signing Day was Wednesday. Bannon pledged his commitment to Georgetown. I'm sure at some point tonight we'll be calling his name at linebacker.
You would think so. Although,
what a presence.
Well, Mansfield's had so much time in the pocket.
This is true.
It does kind of make you wonder if you're going to end up calling his name on the defensive end. So North Attleboro is the one who called the timeout. I wondered if they were just going to try to continue to whittle this thing down. But with 3rd and 1, you're probably going over multiple scenarios. You do end up controlling the clock because you do have both of those timeouts. However, boy, you'd love to punch this thing in here and not have to mess around with trying to time it up perfectly at the end of the half.
Third and 1 from the 10.
And with 2 timeouts, it'll be interesting to see how North Attleboro handles this, because this would likely be the perfect spot to be able to hit Mansfield with some play action throwing the end zone.
The handoff to Bannon. There he goes! Touchdown, Ryan Bannon and the Red Rocketeers.
Bannon's size just jumps out at running back. Runs over a defender at the goal line. Nice job at the point of attack by the O-line, and watch this. Boom. Nothing for Bannon, who ends up giving it to the defender a little bit, running it into the end zone. And then the big response. It's a heck of a run there. Good, tough goal line run from Ryan Bannon.
Offense stays on the field. They missed a PAT earlier, so Mansfield, North Attleboro looks to go for 2, and Mansfield just used a timeout.
Timeout to Mansfield.
You know, for decades here in Foxborough, we saw the NFL club, the Patriots, always execute the double score. North Attleboro scores with 39 seconds left, and they receive the second half kickoff.
That's why going for 2 makes sense here, just piling on at this point. And, you know, you're physical, you're running the ball, doing a good job along the line of scrimmage. And yeah, you're right, Brendan, the whole dreaded double score, you know, everybody used to live in fear of it with the Patriots. And if you're Mansfield, you come out and give out a touchdown or give up a touchdown here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, and this thing could be game, set, match early on. If you don't match what North Attleboro is going to bring here in this 3rd quarter. Big stop here for Mansfield. You know, you get the stop here and hold it to 12-0. I know it's still a 2-possession game on the scoreboard, but getting a stop would do a lot, I think, for the confidence of this Mansfield defensive group.
They have turned to play action a couple of times, but mostly a ball rushing formula here. 2-point try. Frazzoli, the quarterback, takes it himself. Frazzoli leaps.
He's in.
He's in for 2. 14-0 North Attleboro.
Took a minute to get the signal. But what a great way to end the drive there for North Attleboro. Not only Bannon getting into the end zone, but then there's Frazzoli to get that 2-point conversion. And you mentioned with Frazzoli, so much experience, especially playing here at Gillette Stadium, but just follows his bigs right into the end zone.
He was a freshman when he played in that game in 2021.
Pretty crazy when you think about it. You know, I also think that Mansfield, you're starting to see the size of North Attleboro kind of wear Mansfield down a little bit. All that size up front and the ability to put big people in the backfield to really get that running start to clear people out of there. North Attleboro's done a nice job of being physical, especially on offense.
We've highlighted Bannon's size at 6'3", 225. The quarterback, Frazzoli, is 6'2", 205. And you got to think about this too. Kaiser got hit with the unsportsmanlike. So that was the break for Mansfield.
That's a good point. You kind of forget about that because North Attleboro overcame it pretty quickly.
Still capitalized. 39 seconds, one timeout for Mansfield. Return on the far sideline by Nate Fournette. He's pushed out of bounds at the 25. It's Tillman, pardon me, on the return, number 14 in green.
So North Attleboro could control the clock if they really want to. They do have the 2 timeouts, and they could slow this thing down. Let's see how Mansfield decides to handle it. This ball's going to be spotted at the 25. Because, let's say you try to make a pass, you get an incompletion. Well, now you're stopping the clock, and now you're setting it up for North Attleboro to bang those other 2 timeouts and maybe get a chance with the ball at the end of the half. And it looks like Mansfield's going to line up and run some, or at least on this play, run some real offense.
One of the highlights for them, the protection of Villette, the quarterback, to throw downfield. Clean pocket here. Intermediate throw by the marker, complete to Jacob Pereira.
And if you're North Attleboro, this is just a natural pass rush situation. I don't think you're going to be sending any blitzes or anything like that. And to your point, Mansfield continued good job up front.
Darian Sanders, I beg your pardon, 28 making the catch. 9-yard gain.
There's 28 lined up out wide. Corners for North Attleboro are flopping. Safeties are dropping out now. We see North Attleboro keep it in front of them.
28 seconds. DeGirolamo catch and push beyond the 40.
Yeah, I think if you knew that Mansfield had a kicker that could, bang it from 50 or something like that, you might manage this a little differently. But if you're North Attleboro, fine. You want to take 5-yard outs underneath? Sure. I'll give them to you until the clock runs out.
Austin Clement on the pursuit of DeGirolamo. The most targeted receiver all season long for Tommy Villette, the junior quarterback, first-year starter.
Look at North Attleboro drop those safeties back. Now one comes down, one rotates deep.
Villette heaves. DeGirolamo makes the catch. First down in North Attleboro territory. 14 seconds. They still have 2 timeouts. 1 timeout.
They'll clock it there.
It was a push up front.
Well, you know what it was is, I'll tell you exactly what it is. When you're clocking it, there are some offensive linemen who will just assume that the defensive lineman isn't going to fire off. You've got to be ready to go because it is the right of the defensive player to shove down the center. Now, you might look at it and say, oh, it's not very sportsmanlike, but you're snapping the ball. You can see there's Coach Redding there working the officials saying, hey, what are we doing? We're clocking this thing. I don't have a huge problem with that. Again, as an offensive lineman, there's the whole, you got to be ready to kind of protect yourself or your teammates at any time. So even in a situation like that, you got to get the hands up and be ready to go.
Mansfield playing in its first state championship since 2019.
What do we have here? Clock? I think our referee said something about putting more time on the clock.
All right, we put 14 seconds on the clock.
I think that's a generous number. I thought there was about 10 seconds left.
I kind of thought so too, but that's where the, you're doing the timing on the field.
Yeah.
As it is in most high school games. And again, we don't see play clock. So,
right.
It's another thing where we're all out there trying to guess. The officials are communicating with the players out there in terms of time issues and things like that. We just don't get to hear it unless the ref leaves his mic.
Mansfield has 1 timeout at the North Attleboro 42. 48. Villette running away from pressure. Villette bolting to the marker. He gets out of bounds at the 40.
That's a smart play there by Villette. No one came open immediately. Couldn't just just throw it down the field. So he gets outside the pocket and gets what he can. You can see some pressure there from 42. That was Drew Mingo, who forced Villette to get out of the pocket. But from the North Attleboro end, clock ticks down, 6 seconds left. But Mansfield has at least put themselves in a situation to where they can probably make one throw to the end zone here.
They do have a timeout. But to your point, 6 seconds to work with.
And now North Attleboro is going to call timeout. See, I think this is what you get.
Charge timeout to North Attleboro.
I think this is what you get more of in state championship games, of the whole like managing the end of halves and things like that. Whereas maybe during the regular season, we wouldn't see as much back and forth with the timeouts and really slowing everything down here at the end of the second quarter. But these become the moments in games like this.
Right, there's an uptick in urgency.
Absolutely. And if you have a little slip up, you just have one guy fall asleep. Next thing you know, there's a wide receiver behind him, and then you're talking about a touchdown. So you can, to me, it looks like Michael Redding right there is talking to his guys about getting down the field, where to go, and where the one person might be that sort of posts up if that ball gets tipped into the air.
Andrew DeGirolamo, 6'4" target. He's a nominee. Sean McCoy, the running back, he can get out and run as well. Now they drop their coverage here, North Attleboro. 2 deep and 5 across.
Yep, and they go 2 by 2 lining up. Well, it is 3 by 1, and there is a running back, but you understand what I'm saying. They're setting this up for a throw to the right here deep.
Villette has enough juice on it to the end zone. Knocked down, incomplete. Defended well by North Attleboro. Gabe McIntyre the target, and that concludes the first half. Both Mansfield and North Attleboro appearing in their 12th state championship games. For the Hornets of Mansfield, they've won 8 titles. North Attleboro's won 7. Trying to tie it up in this Hockomock-Davenport division battle. They have a 2-touchdown lead at the end of 24 minutes. Let's send it to the studio. We'll be back to Gillette. Welcome back, Gillette Stadium, the nightcap. Our 8th game of 8 here at Gillette for MIAA championship action. Division III state title game, 2 quarters in the books. North Attleboro leads Mansfield 14-0. Let's look at some highlights from the first half.
Yeah, let's look at how we got here, and we start with Mansfield and their quarterback, Tommy Villette, on a run up the middle. It is a fumble and a recovery from North Attleboro as Patrick Hamilton, 66, knocks that ball out. Then it's just Chase Frizzoli following his blockers. He turns, lands on the rear end on the defender to be able to get that ball into the end zone. Then it's Villette with a ton of time in the pocket, getting the ball to Andrew DeGirolamo. He's gotten it to DeGirolamo a couple different times, and then this North Attleboro pass rush finally getting to Tommy Villette and bringing him down. Chase Frizzoli working on the outside, gets it to Bryce Kaiser. Kaiser got a penalty after that. Didn't slow down North Attleboro whatsoever as Ryan Bannon got it into the end zone right before the end of the half here. 2-point conversion is good as well, and that made it 14-0.
Here are Dean College halftime stats. Discover the Dean difference. Visit dean.edu for more information. Both schools up over 100 yards on the night. Rushing the ball, though, and you've talked about this, Gresh, quite a bit. The size of North Attleboro towering over Mansfield.
Yeah, very much so. The 100 rush yards feels light, quite honestly, given the way that they've run the ball. Neither team has been good on third down. We haven't seen a lot of good third down conversions in our games here over the last 2 days, but Mansfield with the 15 rushing yards, one of those numbers are going to have to change. Mansfield's going to have to start slinging it more, or they're going to have to find a way to get that run game going.
Tommy Villette did throw 11 passes, completed 6 for 88 yards. Chase Frizzoli just 2 attempts through the air. Leading rusher Ryan Bannon for North Attleboro, 54 yards, a score. Frizzoli also ran one in. We saw a lot of Sean McCoy from Mansfield early, just 5 carries, 14 yards. North Attleboro receives the second half kick, bidding for the double score. Extra stakes in this Division III state championship game with realignment in the Hockomock-Davenport division. Mansfield and North Attleboro head-to-head in the same division for the first time since 2015. On the return, Mansfield comes out of the locker room strong. Did they strip the ball here?
I do not think so. I think that the whistle had blown, much to the chagrin of the Mansfield players. Let's see if this ball did come out in the end. This is a matter of when the whistle blew, and it looked like the whistle had already blown because the runner's progress had been stopped. So I know North Attleboro is not going to be thrilled, or sorry, Mansfield's not going to be thrilled at that reaction there, but it was the right call based on the whistle and the forward progress or lack thereof.
Both schools appearing in their 12th state championship games. Mansfield is 8-3. North Attleboro is 7-4. So trying to tie with 8 with their rival. Brady Paredes with the carry, the second running back behind Bannon for North Attleboro.
Good job of the point of attack right there on the center, number 62, Chris Bryant. They got him listed at 5'8", 230. But a nice job of just, turning to one side, the Mansfield defender. That's really all you got to do. You don't got to blow people out. Turn them to one side or the other. Just get them out of the way.
Just a pickup of 2 from their own 30, North Attleboro. With Frazzoli at quarterback, a keeper. He has the running backs blocking for him. Frazzoli, though, is met.
Had the running back, number 44, Ryan Bannon. You're going to see 44 get a block right here. And had he stayed with it, I feel like the Frazzoli might have been able to get more of the corner and then try to be able to put a move on a defender that flashed in front of him. But instead, Bannon just kind of gave the old 1952 flipper and then kept on going upfield.
It's no gain, 3rd and 8. And how massive would this be for Mansfield to get off the field after 3 plays?
Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge.
Again, 1 completion for Frazzoli. It was 33 yards to Bryce Kaiser down the right sideline. Lucas Crovo, the motion man. Play action, Frazzoli. Here come the Hornets. Frazzoli heaves on the run. Wow. It's caught! Deep into Mansfield territory, Lucas Crovo.
And what's crazy is Crovo was open in the flat out of the backfield, and Frazzoli didn't put it on him, so he tells him, turn it upfield, and Frazzoli does a great job of throwing this ball out where the receiver has still got to go chase it. We've seen so many balls underthrown tonight, and Frazzoli took a shot getting that down the field. But that is a fantastic catch by Lucas Crovo.
46-yard connection to the 25-yard line.
And on 3rd down, that is a backbreaker right there if North Attleboro punches this into the end zone.
Tough blow from Mansfield. Frazzoli tripped up. Gains a couple.
Boy, that's a killer when the quarterback can escape the pocket. And then a running back that was open underneath, where maybe if Frazzoli throws it on time, right when the running back was open, then maybe it ends up falling short. But gets out of the pocket, finds the one-on-one matchup, which means it's a good pre-snap read, and then throws that ball out far enough so it's not intercepted.
It's a big-time throw. The senior quarterback, remember, was a freshman starting here at Gillette in 2021.
And going to the left, running left and then throwing that far down the field to the right, that's a pretty good show of arm strength.
Frazzoli with the keeper, using blockers in front. He's wrapped up at the 15.
Yeah, got hawked down from behind, but you know, we've seen kind of this just quarterback power here. Quite honestly, I thought Frizzoli could have hit it up in there right here, but he ends up getting hawked down from behind. I thought if he hit it up in there a little bit harder, might have been able to avoid the backside chase of Riley Bowler, number 33, who caught him down from the backside.
3rd and 2 at the 17.
And this has got run up the middle written all over it.
There it is with Bannon. Wrestled down.
Up, signal already for the first down. There we go. I thought it might be close to where it would draw a measurement, but big Ryan Bannon, 6'3", 225, leaning in there long enough to be able to get the first down. Yeah, this was screaming run up the middle. All the beef in there, and the fact that North Attleboro has done a pretty good job of running it in between the tackles tonight.
Where's the beef? We found it in Bannon, 54 yards on the ground in the first half.
And this one feels like it might be going back to Frizzoli.
Frizzoli bouncing and taking the Hornets with him. First down. It's 1st and goal upcoming for North Attleboro.
Yeah, Frizzoli just hold on to that football. Make sure you're protecting it. But you know, you got essentially 2 offensive linemen and a running back leading you up there. Just make sure to cover up that ball. I'm sure Mansfield's going to be trying to punch that thing out, but it is a 1st and goal situation for North Attleboro. I mean, just go back to Frizzoli getting out of the pocket and that throw down the field. How massive that was on 3rd down, because it felt like Mansfield had a realistic chance to get a stop.
He's only had to complete 2 passes, but 2 huge throws to Provo and Kaiser. Bannon down at the 4, 2nd down and goal. North Attleboro draining a lot of clock as well.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Brendan, that you know the clock is already becoming the enemy for Mansfield. Now, that's a good job of not allowing North Attleboro to get into the end zone. But if they ultimately get in and go up 3 scores and you wipe 2 more minutes off the clock, you could see the battle that Mansfield would then have in front of them.
Goal line formation both ways.
And they got the numbers to run to the left here.
Frizzoli, left side. Spun down at the 1.
And the reason I said it was to the left is for those at home who just wonder, you know, count the defender, go from the middle, count the defenders to the left, to the right, and then you could see where the overload is. You put that offensive lineman, 78, in motion in the backfield, and then there you go. You just kind of run it over the left-hand side. And this is nothing more than pure power football. This is the, I'm going to line up, and you're going to have an idea what we're doing, and we're still going to try to run you over and go execute. And to this point, North Attleboro has done it.
Including the quarterback, Frizzoli, it makes sense why all 4 of their runners average at least 7 yards a carry. 3rd and goal. Frizzoli gives Bannon's touchdown. 2nd of the night for Ryan Bannon. All Red Rocketeers in the Division III championship game.
Great job up front by this North Attleboro offensive line, and the big guys lining up in the backfield as well. I mean, little contact at the goal line. That is a battle that Ryan Bannon has already won against Tom Muldoon earlier tonight. No way of slowing down the big 225-pound back.
Extra point no good once again for Austin Clement. He missed one after the first touchdown.
Yeah, because the ball did not get set down on the tee. So don't know if it was the same kind of situation here, but in a lot of ways it's kind of moot. Let's see if this snap. And I was going to say it's not on the kicker because the ball literally tipped over sideways. So the issue doesn't seem to be North Attleboro not having a kicker, Brendan. The issue is they don't have a holder.
Brady Paratus lost grip of it. 10-play, 72-yard drive lasting 7 minutes and 54 seconds to give Bandon the score. They had their first touchdown drive last 5.5 minutes.
Just leaning on this Mansfield defense right now. And offensively, can the Green cook up anything? Do the Hornets have anything here that they can go to try to give themselves an offensive spark?
Kick fielded at the 10-yard line. And Tillman lost his balance out of bounds. If there's any sliver of hope, the Hornets look good in the 2-minute drill right before the half, throwing the ball underneath with the junior gunslinger Tommy Villette.
Yeah, and look, they protected Villette really well as Mansfield, so you're right. Maybe it's time to start to throw it around a little bit more. Mansfield's going to have to try to manufacture something offensively, because while they protected Villette, it's not like this passing game. It's not like you're out there, you know, dropping dimes against this North Attleboro defense.
Villette and the Hornets start at the 23. Throw downfield, left sideline, intended for Andrew DeGirolamo, who reeled in 5 balls for 79 yards in the first half.
And Villette took a shot right here. It took him a second to get up, but unfortunately, there's what you see right there is Villette on the ground, and then you can kind of, as we go back, there he is. He took a thump right there. Here's Villette in the pocket. Ball comes out. You saw the hit. As the great Gorilla Monsoon would say, hit him right in the solar plexus.
In this cold, can't imagine that feels great.
No. Warm, it doesn't feel great.
Play action. Villette fires. Flag comes in, middle of the field. The intended target, Riley Sigmund.
I think we're going to get us a defensive holding. And it was against number 15 in green.
We have a hold on 33 White before the pass was thrown. 10.
So let's take a look at the matchup right here. Hands on, hands on. Yeah, that's a hold. Not much to complain about. I saw Brady Paradis, who was, you know, kind of reacting demonstratively.
First down also.
Thank you.
Ball moves up to the 33 for Mansfield. The 3 seed in Division 3. The 4 seed North Attleboro up 20-0. Well protected. Villette steps into the throw, guns it near side. Knocked down, incomplete. Bryce Kaiser in coverage.
Great job by Kaiser in coverage, but it feels like there's a lot of force in the ball to Andrew DeGirolamo. That ball's a little high. It feels like he is the target that Villette's trying to almost force it to. We'll hold right there.
Well, I just mentioned to you when they were in the 2-minute drill before the half, underneath, getting receivers in space, just simplify it a bit. That seemed to work well for them.
Throw it to the running backs, too. You know,
we've been saying that all week.
It feels like it's all going to wide receivers. And even the running back now, he's up as if it's going to be in protection.
Tommy Villette, junior quarterback, first-year starter. McCoy draws a penalty.
So we have a North Attleboro player saying that should be offensive pass interference. And we have the Mansfield sideline saying it is DPI.
Quick decision for the officials.
Have pass interference on North Attleboro. It's going to be a first down. So we're going 15 previous spot.
I'm all for Ref Mike just leaving it on the whole time. Yeah, to me, that was a clear pass interference right there.
It would be like us doing a hockey broadcast with someone down in between the benches.
Yeah.
Or, no.
Maybe. No.
Just a ref with a mic.
Yeah.
Right, we can't communicate with them.
You know, you would think that, like, NFL Films will roll out ref mic. Like, they have all these people reffed up or whatever, but they can selectively edit it. Come on. They make, like, hideous people look, normal.
No one's normal in this world. McCoy.
Might it be the most profound thing you've said in 2 days. Completely agree with you. And right now, Mansfield just can't get it going offensively. Nice job. Once again, it's Ryan Bannon this time. Whether it's Bannon, running back, linebacker, you got Patrick Hamilton, a defensive end who's played well. On the back end, Bryce Kaiser's made a couple of plays in coverage. So North Attleboro defense at all three levels have done a really nice job so far.
Bannon will play at the next level for Georgetown. Signed his national letter of intent on Wednesday. Will play linebacker for the Hoyas. Run play. Oh, some trickery here. Throwing back to the quarterback. Villette does reel it in, but a loss of yards.
It was destined to get blown up from the very beginning, in my opinion. So this gets tossed to the running back, and then the ball is short. I mean, that's the one thing you can't have happen on, especially a quarterback throwback, is that ball can't be so low that he's got to make a great catch to then turn around and try to do something. And now we're getting a timeout. A lot of bickering to the official here, including the quarterback Tommy Villette coming over.
He's trying to get on the same page with head coach Mike Redding and the rest of the offense.
And Tommy Villette is giving it to the ref.
Charge timeout to Green.
One of the officials right there, you could see Mike Redding turn and say to Tommy, like, basically, okay, you give it to him, I got it, because it looked like the official kind of said something to Villette at some point, and there you go. He just said to his quarterback, calm down. And you know what? No truer words have ever been spoken, because, as we know, offenses take their cues from the quarterback. And if the quarterback is getting hot, yelling at people, starting to get frustrated a little bit, that's just going to spread quickly across the rest of the offense. So that is not only a good timeout from Michael Redding, but also knowing his quarterback that he can look at him and tell him, hey, shut up. I need you to calm down and play.
Can't have the trigger man unravel.
No question. I mean, it's hard enough out there against this North Attleboro defense who's done a really good job. But if your quarterback starts to lose the composure, that's where it can go sideways on you very quickly.
A defense that has allowed just 10 points a game. North Attleboro, the 4 seed in Division III. They upset #1 Reading 42-20 in the state semis. It's North Attleboro's first trip to Gillette since 2021. Chase Frizzoli started in that game as a freshman. They lost the D3 state championship to Marblehead. They've lost their last 2 trips in search of their first title since 2002, leading 20-0. Trying to come up with a third down stop. Tommy Villette from Mansfield trying to make a comeback. Heaves, incomplete. Oh, it was in the hands of DeGirolamo. He knew it too.
He did. This was a good, strong, maybe even a little bit of an angry throw from Tommy Villette. They had plenty of spin on it. That one's in the breadbasket and is catchable for DeGirolamo. And now it looks like couldn't tell if the punt team was on the field with Villette out there.
Yeah, Villette's the punter.
Yeah, they're gonna kick this thing. Couldn't tell whether the big offensive linemen were out there or the punt coverage unit. And there's your fake.
Villette loops it, incomplete. Turnover on downs.
And to me, Tommy Villette needed to read that one just a little quicker. Just a little quicker. 23, Gabe McIntyre was coming open. So Villette was as you kick it. Oh, he waits. There it is. That ball's going to come out right there. That's a great look from our crew. And you could see right there on the field level, the receiver was open. Tommy Villette just needed to let that thing go. Held on to it too long. Receiver got pinched along the sideline.
It was Gabe McIntyre wide open.
Boy, that was a really good example of how one route got covered and the other one was open. You just got to let that ball go.
A chance for the Red Rocketeers of North Attleboro to pile on. 3 minutes to go in the third, leading by 3 scores.
And Mansfield is begging North Attleboro to run the ball right up the middle.
Inside give to the big guy, Francis Strachan.
I love it when big people achieve.
Right in their living room.
This is just beautiful. Folks, just watch this. Oh, the ref got knocked down. Man, what a run. He took out 3 defenders and a ref. Actually, the ref got kind of tangled up, got in the way of a great block of Patrick Hamilton. Oh, man.
24-yard gain. Strachan cracking the official. Right back on his feet, though.
He did. He weebled right back up.
He wore it. Now roaming to the outside, turning the corner. Brady Paradis. First and goal upcoming for North Attleboro.
Yeah, and it feels like the dam is starting to break on this Mansfield defense. Not the bigs in there, but still able to get to the edge is Brady Paradis, as you mentioned, shoved out at the last second. Boy, he tried to turn that thing and get it into the end zone. But the size, the physicality, and the fact that Mansfield can't get any points on the board, just all now starting to come together as the center is hobbling to the line of scrimmage. It's 62, Chris Bryant, kind of hopping up there to the line.
40 yards of rushing on the last 2 plays. Frizzoli hands it, Strachan! The locomotive in for the score.
Big Strack gets 6. Just bowling people over. The junior 255-pounder has been blocking all night. Then it's an inside handoff, and look at this thunk, thunk, thunk.
He really is a bowling ball.
Plop into the end zone. Look at this. Boom, boom, fall in. Turn your rear end, drive your way into the end zone. We've seen that twice on runs from North Attleboro players tonight. And the Big Red are playing big tonight here at Gillette against Mansfield.
Going for 2. Strachan in this formation. Frizzoli to throw. Kaiser got it. 28-zip.
Well, North Attleboro just having their way right now. And Brendan, you mentioned that, the fan turnout, all the kids are here. They're whooped up. It's a Friday night. And North Attleboro has just dominated this football game, really from about midway of the first quarter on. Easy pitch and catch to get the ball to Kaiser on the outside. Nice route, breaks right out there. Ball comes out on time. Really nice throw from Chase Frizzoli. And it's been all Big Red.
3-play, 44-yard drive in 2 minutes and change. After a fake punt by Mansfield.
Mike Strachan's got to feel pretty good about his football team right now.
Well, you're taking on a legend in Mike Redding and Mansfield, a local rival in the Hockomock Davenport division. They're going head-to-head in division play this year for the first time since 2015. If North Attleboro finishes this, they'll be tied with Mansfield for all-time state titles. Mansfield has 8, North Attleboro has 7.
I just want to know how many times you get to work in Hockomock before the end of this day today. That is one of my favorite words. Hockomock. Hockomock. It is pretty cool. I don't know what a Davenport is, but the Davenport division?
Yes.
Conference?
Division.
Got it. Do we know who Davenport is? No? I don't know. Hey, listen, you got all kinds of weird nuggets over there, so I figured I'd ask. No one would expect me to know. I'm just hockamocking around up here. Yeah, North Attleboro is swarming defensively right now, and it feels like Mansfield's spirit is kind of broken a little bit. Unfortunately, just no life to their offense whatsoever. No snap up front from the offensive line. And right now, if you're North Attleboro, you're just smelling it. You're feeling great. You're in your backyard, and you're up 28-0 for a state championship.
And for Mansfield defensively, it came down to a couple of big plays in the passing game by Frizzoli. Some 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, back-breaking plays.
That's a really good point. Like that 3rd down throw down the field when Frizzoli got out of the pocket. I mean, that was as good as it gets, but it was also a massive backbreaker because you had him on 3rd and short.
Kaiser caught a big ball down the right side, then down the left sideline. Lucas Crovo. Point being, you see 28-0.
You're thinking it's a blowout, when in reality, it's been a couple of plays here or there that have really tilted thing. And then this last drive is the one that I felt like, you know, North Attleboro was, again, after they got that 3rd down, they really started to lean on Mansfield.
3rd and 3. QB keeper Villette extends. Awarded the 1st down.
Yeah, that was a very generous spot by the official right there along that Mansfield sideline. Let's see if Tommy Villette did end up getting this 1st down. Drops the shoulder. That's a tough one. You have to see it from the side, but a generous spot nonetheless gives Mansfield a 1st down here with the clock ticking down in the 3rd quarter.
Of course, the Hornets are in a hurry. New quarterback in the game right now, Gio Scarpellini, and he's dragged down. Loss of 1 for the sophomore.
And Villette is on the sideline standing by the coach. So I don't know if Mansfield will keep Scarpellini in the game or not. Looks like he's grabbing the jacket.
Now, Scarpellini was involved on that double pass play.
Okay.
To Villette. That's the final play of the 3rd. So we'll find out who's at quarterback. It's all Red Rocketeers. North Attleboro leads Mansfield 28-0 after 3.
This guy again.
Pops. Hey, son. You got a little something on your face.
Needed a quick shave.
Quick shave? Respect the process.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. It's from Gillette Labs.
Gillette Labs?
Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex Disc contours to it.
Looking smooth.
Feeling even smoother.
How about hooking me up with some Gillette Labs?
Check your texts.
You're the best.
Nah, you're the best.
The best a man can get keeps getting better.
The next generation of shaving is Gillette Labs.
Why always the couch? Does he need to go to puppy school? Get his little puppy diploma? How much have I been spending on this little guy?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
Good business. 2 words that don't always go together, except at one place where they've lived in harmony for over a century, Bentley University. Here, we believe good business is making a profit and having a purpose. It's using artificial intelligence with human intelligence. It's being a force in the classroom and a force in the world. and it's building generational wealth and making an impact for generations to come. Bentley University. It's just good business.
Discover your future at Westfield State University. Explore more than 100 academic programs and over 70 clubs and organizations. Experience a vibrant, safe, and supportive campus community. Excel in the classroom, on the field, and in your future career, all at an affordable price. Make the wise choice. Become a Westfield State Owl.
This MIAA High School Championship game is brought to you by Cross Insurance. Insurance is taking care of people, protecting every last asset that someone has built over a lifetime. Insurance is our way of life since 1954. Learn more at crossagency.com. And by Dean College. Discover the Dean difference. Visit dean.edu for more information.
All Red Rocketeers in this Division III state championship game here at Gillette Stadium. 28-0 North Attleboro. 14-0 lead at the half and 2 scores in that third quarter. Tommy Villette in at quarterback still. The junior fires down that right sideline. There was contact with DeGirolamo. 2 Rocketeers in the vicinity. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 10.
Well, really now for Mansfield, it's, how much offense can you muster up in how short a time? And you see Villette cocks it, brings it back down. 3 defenders around DeGirolamo. Nowhere for him to really catch the ball.
Both schools in their 12th state championship game all time. Mansfield 8-3, North Attleboro 7-4. 2 division foes in the regular season. Villette fakes, rolling out, on the run, hits the turf, 4th down. And just 16 seconds into this 4th quarter, the Red Rocketeers faithful starting to feel it a bit. They haven't won a state title since 2002, and they've won 7 of them, so it's been a bit.
Yeah, been a bit to say the least, but head coach Mike Strachan right there feeling pretty good about the situation his football team finds themselves in. And at 4th and 10, we're setting up for a punt, and if you notice this time, North Attleboro is in their regular defense. That's a punt safe look as Mansfield jumps off sides.
We have procedure on Mansfield, still 4th down.
So the ball will be spotted right around the 33-yard line here on this punt. And like you said, Brendan, the North Attleboro fans starting to feel it a little bit. Up 28-0 right in their backyard. And as you mentioned, I think we have another false start. Number 4, Nate Frenette came in motion and then started up the field and drew a flag.
The procedure on Mansfield, still 4th down.
So we'll line up to try to kick it again. Now I wonder if for that role you pick someone whose legs are long enough to definitely walk a yard to mark it off. Looked like that ref had to add a little hop in there.
They do a ref combine, perhaps.
I think,
these games.
The taller ones are, make sure everybody can walk off the yard. If you're a little short, maybe you're a side judge or something like that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. There's Mike Strachan right there, and boy, he's got to be proud of his football team and his quarterback, Chase Frizzoli, who's played a heck of a game today. But, you know, Francis Strachan has done really good work, not only scoring a touchdown, but also in the run game. Ryan Bannon as well. But, you know, those big guys up front, Patrick Hamilton, Chris Bryant in there at center. You've got a lot of the big guys who've done a lot of really nice work for North Attleboro this evening in just controlling the line of scrimmage.
These two schools met in division play back on October 25th. North Attleboro won that game 14-10. Mansfield gets situated defensively. They show pressure coming on the edge. Inside gives. Strachan, he's loving every second of this.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know the exact relation. Mike Strachan, head coach, and Francis Strachan out of the backfield.
Yeah, now if you're North Attleboro, you are just trying to get this clock to 0 as quickly as you possibly can. But in doing that, that means you go slow. So when the clock runs fast, go slow, keep running, get a first down.
Bannon now dots the I. Frizzoli under center. Senior quarterback, multi-year starter. Bannon blasts into a Mansfield player and takes a beating. Early in the game, you felt that Mansfield was keeping up with the size of North Attleboro, matching their intensity, imposing their will at the line of scrimmage. But as this game has unfolded, North Attleboro, their size is so evident and imposing.
And they have extra size. You know, normally there aren't enough guys for you to be able to put, say, 78 Reed Clement in the backfield. Or, you know, you got big 7 Francis Strachan, who's 6'1", 255. He'd be a big fullback to begin with. That's like having someone at the high school level who's almost a guard level, or a guard size.
Shuffling those feet, doing the karaoke. Frizzoli, QB keeper, and lowers his shoulder in for first down. They should give him forward progress. And the official signal to move the chains.
You know, the one thing we haven't had in this game is a bunch of people cramping up in the cold. Got to give both teams a lot of credit.
Unlike Sid the Kid from Shawsheen.
Properly hydrated going into this game. I know that cramping and hydration has been a big part of our last 2 days.
If you're just joining us, we have harped on this, but Chase Frizzoli was the starting quarterback for North Attleboro as a freshman in 2021. And when we do these games, it's such a great event for these kids, and for Frizzoli to be here as a freshman. They didn't get the job done. When you know you get another opportunity, another crack at it, as a more experienced guy, I mean, you think back, you want to win every big game you're in, but that experience so invaluable for him, I'm sure.
No question, and especially at the quarterback spot, because as we saw with Mansfield, you know, Tommy Villette at one point kind of lost it a little bit along the way and had to have his head coach kind of put him back into place.
8.5 to play, a gain of 4 on that last run by Strachan.
I got to tell you, something has arrived in the booth that I'm very excited about.
You did tease this at the half. Frizzoli
with another run. So I know you're going to see us here in the booth, and we're all bundled up and stuff like that. And yeah, it's cold. But ladies and gentlemen, the pickle jar that was left behind from KP yesterday. Now, you saw a player yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, grab this thing that was full of pickle juice, and the guy just slammed it down on the sidelines. Well, who in the world would have thunk, Brendan Glasheen, that the jar would get left behind? I'm not reaching in there and getting a pickle after this has been, I don't want no salmonella or nothing like that, whatever in the world I could get, right? But here it was yesterday. So this pickle jar, so 28 pops it open. Look at this. Swig, swig, swig. He was cramping like crazy.
That's Talon King from King Philip.
Thank you. Good job on that. They caught him on the big board. He was like, yep, they caught me drinking pickle juice or whatever. Now, I wondered if the folks at King Philip, Brendan, had like multiple jars of these pickles. Because I'm thinking...
It's not frozen, by the way.
No, it isn't. There is still some juice in there. But you're thinking there's what? 80 kids on a team, 70 kids on a team. Just one of these is going to get it done. And then you left it behind. I mean, that's just being a little ignoramus, in my opinion. Like, pick the thing up afterwards. You brought it. And so now we might have compromised pickles in this jar. I have no idea. How much do I have to pay you to eat a pickle out of this? $10, 20, 10, 100. I don't know. That's it? You might be cheap date. I have no idea.
Right now?
Sure. Why not end with a little yak at the end of the, come on, yards after catch or bath all over the floor? I'm not setting you up for that. We're not going down that road, but this is, seriously, there's going to be like other kind of semi-professional broadcasters coming in this big booth, right?
Did TV 38 sign for this kind of content?
So I think no, forget that. Here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
We're going to leave this behind. And let's see if someone on these like network crews or whatever ends up saying to like people at Craft Productions or something like that, hey, what are you people doing in here? It's like a jar of pickles. What, are you making burgers or something like that? We'll leave this in here and let's see if like, the old Arch, Adam Archuleta ends up finding this. This signifies our time together this year. This pickle jar, really, it set the YouTube people on fire. YouTube was all fired up because we're talking about pickles.
There you go. Get a good look at that.
And yes, I have a suit jacket on my legs. You brought the blanket. I gave you that. And look at this right here, right? Look at that. Is there better? I mean, seriously. This was providing hydration to a football player, and then it got left on the sideline.
Some condensation.
Yeah, I know someone. You know what? I know someone from KP pretty well. I might have to like drop this off at their house and see if they're willing to lay claim to this.
Unicorn, show punnies,
pickles.
Found the pickles. Something like that.
I can hear it now. I know about pickles. Whose son actually plays for KP, but and I have to give credit to our crew was all over this in terms of this pickle jar being left behind for us to have some fun with it as Ryan Bannon runs for a first down.
Well, how fitting in our nightcap last night. Now we're using it in our nightcap tonight in a 4-score game.
Yeah. Well, you got to have at least a little bit of fun. So, we went low on the gherkin jokes and just sort of backsold the fact that, we had players slamming pickle juice on the sideline last night.
What content?
I mean,
the Patriots also offering this for free on YouTube.
Strachan! Oh, the big boy almost stepped through that tackle. This. Look at there, big number 7. This is great. Boom, boom, fall down. Oh, it's great. Gosh, I love to watch big people run the ball. And again, Francis Strachan, 6'1", 250, only a junior, by the way.
Yeah.
Wonder if somebody in the Strachan family might have to pull him aside and say, you know what, we're a little light on linemen this year, and Francis, we need to play guard. It'd be awful to take him away from blocking and having him in the backfield, but he's big enough that you could put his hand down on the line and he would be more than able to survive, but is a great fullback and just a matchup nightmare physically.
Perhaps head coach Mike Strachan going back to him here. Tumbles down at the line of scrimmage, 22-yard line. 5 minutes to play.
Well, we've seen a little bit of everything here on our 2 days here at Gillette Stadium for the state championship games. We've seen points, we've seen comebacks. We've seen, at least in this one, score get a little tilted. Who would have thought that into the, late third quarter a scoreless game could be as entertaining as what we had in our last game here at Gillette Stadium.
And I'll never consume pickles the same way ever again.
Well, what was your normal way of consuming pickles?
Well, I love pickles on a chicken salad sandwich.
Pickles on chicken salad?
Yeah. No, not for you?
I don't know how to process. I mean, my first thought was, are you pregnant? Because that feels like something you wouldn't necessarily like mix together and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of the whole tuna salad, chicken salad, I got to say. Nothing chicken about that run there from Ryan Bannon once again. He's just running people over at this point.
Pickles on a burger's good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's normal. You think there's a lot of people out there that are putting pickles on, what was it, a chicken salad?
Chicken salad.
You know, you can get those out of vending machines. And not like the ones over in like Japan where they actually have like real food over there. I'm talking about one that's been sitting there for a while that like Kramer would get sick on in Seinfeld.
Bannon has 2 touchdowns tonight. Lowers the shoulder for another first down. 3 and change left in regulation. That pickle jar, if it doesn't end up in Scott Zolak's hands, it should be in the Patriots Hall of Fame. That's my thought.
Oh, we got to send this over to, do they have like the high school state championship part? Get on Brian Morey over there, runs the Hall of Fame, and see if we can get this pickle jar over there. Hey, listen, it was left out all night, and I know that it was like in the sun during the day, but it was plenty cold. I would assume that if you grabbed one of those like Dill Spears, that you would probably be okay. At least that's what I would say. Brendan, you'd probably be okay. Then maybe like 40 minutes into your ride home, you'd be texting me, yelling at me that I set you up to yak everywhere.
Oh, and I'm sure you'd feel so concerned. Strachan.
Yak right there, baby. Yards after contact. Strachan almost getting, he's looking at me, he's like, man, I want to get in the end zone again. That big guy's getting gassed out there too, but he doesn't care. He's carrying the ball. Look at the big guy. This is awesome. Oh, it's fantastic. Down to the 3-yard line for North Attleboro. I get the sense that North Attleboro, Brendan wants to run down the clock, but they don't want to score here. They just want to take this thing to the end. Is the internet going wild over us reintroducing the KP pickle jar?
Looking for the exclamation point.
Did Bannon get in? No, they got him down just outside the goal line. Let's see if we can get a look here and see if 44's knee or parts of him touch the ground before getting into the end zone. Boy, that was really close. That elbow ended up going down right in front of the goal line, I thought, as the ball got stretched out.
Well, as we go under 90 seconds, 3rd and 1 from the 1 upcoming. Thanks again to the folks here at Gillette Stadium, our crew up here in the booth, everyone working hard in the control room, everybody with the Patriots, the MIAA.
Crap Productions crew has been top-notch this week. Really good stuff.
Hat trick for Ryan Bannon, touchdown. 3rd of the night. Are you not entertained? He signals to the Red Rocketeers fan base. Starting to feel it now.
Bannon one more time. Following the big guy into the end zone. Another touchdown to cap off a great championship Friday night for the Red Rocketeers of North Attleboro.
On their way to their first state title.
And a lot of these kids are going to be back next year. I know you lose Frizzoli and you lose Ryan Bannon, but a lot of kids that played out here in this field tonight for North Attleboro are going to be back next year.
Austin Clement can smile. He finally splits the uprights tonight. First state title for North Attleboro since 2002. lost their previous 2 appearances in 2021 and 2017.
Boys, this is always such a great time, and to see the way the fans react, the kids react, and to be able to come to Gillette Stadium to have that payoff of a state championship game. It really does add another layer of specialness to winning a state title to do it here.
Just window dressing at this point. Congratulations to all of the state champions.
So now Mansfield's going to get one more crack to maybe run an offensive play, maybe get the ball into someone's hands who hasn't touched it. I think we are getting some, looks like we're getting some different kids coming into the game here, I do believe. There goes 15, Andrew DeGrolamo. Boy, he's played his tail off, 15 for Mansfield, trying to get something done on the offensive end. He was competitive on the outside, but tonight is all about North Attleboro. What a performance.
Uxbridge, the Division 7 champion in Division 6. Hudson with the victory Wednesday night. Yesterday, Scituate won the Division 4 titles. Zavarian Brothers in Division 1. Catholic Memorial over arch rival King Philip in D2. Today, earlier today, West Boylston wins the Division 8 title. Shawsheen with its first victory in a state championship since 2010 in Division 5, and Mansfield falls to North Attleboro. The Red Rocketeers set to win their first title since 2002. Let's call out our Cross Insurance players of the game. Tommy Villette, the junior quarterback for Mansfield.
7 of 18, 92 yards, but he was the one trying to make it happen there, and at times was a clean pocket, running around and trying to make some plays. And for a team that really couldn't muster much offense, we give it to Tommy Villette for banging away out there.
Dumps it to Sam Kelly underneath. Clock continues to move.
Trying to make sure that nobody goes too nuts out there. Let's not have anything stupid happen before the end of this game. We saw some chippiness in the last game with Shawsheen Valley.
Players of the game brought to you by Cross Insurance. Insurance is taking care of people, protecting every last asset that someone has built over a lifetime. Insurance is our way of life since 1954. Learn more at www.crossagency.com. Ryan Bannon, 3 touchdowns.
Boy, was he awesome today. 90 yards with the 3 touchdowns, and celebrating as North Attleboro wins the state championship. He was our Cross Insurance player of the game.
First title for North Attleboro since 2002, and the 8th in school history. 8 titles to match Mansfield all time. 35-0. 2 shutouts in our last 2 games.
That's right. 2 very different games, though. But you're right, 2 shutouts. And congratulations to the Big Red of North Attleboro. Well earned.
Again, congrats to all the state champs in Division 7, Uxbridge, Division 6, Hudson, Division 4, Scituate, Division 1, Zavarian Brothers, Division 2, Catholic Memorial. Earlier today in Division 8, West Boylston, Shawsheen Valley Tech in Division 5, and North Attleboro in the nightcap in Division 3. Countless people to thank for putting on these broadcasts this week here at Gillette. Everyone at WSBK, TV 38, getting us up live on Patriots YouTube, Patriots.com. Year 17, Gillette Stadium hosting the MIAA State Championships in the books.
Well, we thank our Craft Sports production crew, our guy Pete, all of our crew here who've been freezing their tail off. Pete in the truck, everybody down there as well. Just great yeoman's work. We all freeze doing this. It's all cold, but we're all in it together. And when you have great broadcasts like we have, it ends up making it all worth it. So thanks to everybody, including our guy, Peter Soros.
Peter Soros, our producer, leading the charge over these last couple of days. All right, Crash, any final thoughts before we go?
It was cold. It was fun. Now we're done.
All right. We will list out everybody that worked these shows over these last 3 days. Some folks worked since Sunday when the Patriots hosted the Colts. And then we'll show some highlights from all of these state championships since Wednesday. For Andy Gresh and our entire crew, Brendan Glasheen, thanks for tuning in, folks, to the MIAA High School Football State Championships here at Gillette Stadium.